So congratulations, you made it. You are here. Whether your school is 3 miles away or 3,000 miles away, it took a commitment on your part to come to this winter meeting. You had to carve out the time, you had to create the sub-plans, you had to step out of your routines. So take a moment, take a breath, welcome, and remember for a moment why you came. Why was this important to you, however many weeks, months ago when you made this decision? What are you seeking, and what do you hope to learn? So you're here. Make the most of it. We're going to be busy over the next few days digging into our mission, the mission of the School Reform Initiative. We're going to learn more together about what it takes to create transformational learning communities. There's a lot of mouthfuls in the mission, and it's a good one. So transformational learning communities. We're going to consider really carefully what it means to be fiercely committed to educational equity and excellence. And I think each of us wants to get a clearer view of what all those things mean. What does a transformational learning community look like in my classroom, in my school, in my district, in my community? What does educational equity look like in my world, in our world? Educational excellence, what is it? This is what happens at every winter meeting. We step outside of our normal schools and districts, our normal roles and routines, to come together with others from around the country for an immersion experience, and it really is that. An immersion experience that we hope gives us new insights and new tools that we can bring back home. Each winter meeting also has a unique theme, and so just to provide another lens for our work, and this year the theme is place. Tucson is a very unique place in so many ways, and many of us on the local planning team teach in schools that focus on fostering in students a very strong sense of place as part of our curriculum. So place for us was a natural pick. How might thinking about place inform us about equity and excellence? Can a thoughtful consideration of place help us create more meaningful and relevant curriculum? Can it challenge us to become more in tune with our students' lived experiences and their perspectives? Can a thoughtful consideration of place help us more effectively engage all of our students and thereby help us in our cause to achieve equity and excellence? Just a few questions to pose, to make the connections. So you are here, you're in Tucson. There's a map of Arizona. Zoom out, and you are here. You are also here, matter of perspective. We are, as everybody knows, in a very multicultural place. Binational, some say, actually we should say tri-national with the Tohono O'odham Nation. It is just an incredible meeting and melding of many, many things. So for a quick introduction to this multicultural and international place we're all located in right now, today, and the next few days, I want to present a short vocabulary list to you. This is the old school teacher in me. I like vocab lists. Maybe not everybody knows that. But these are 5 words you might not know, and 1 bonus word you all know. All right, so here it is. I'll be brief. My other job as MC is watching the clock closely. All right. So, my first word, mariachi. We just got an introduction to that. You have to turn to a partner at your table and pronounce it too. Mariachi. So here's the definition for you. And each of these words tells us so much about the place we live. Not just Tucson, but one of the things I'm trying to say here is it's about this whole region. So let's just think about the European influences in that music that dates back to the late 1700s, early 1800s, the melding of cultures, the fact that the costumes themselves come from a farmer-peasant background, and yet they are also played in urban streets and played at all kinds of events, and there's much we can learn about mariachi, so about this place. So I just want everybody to know what that means and how to pronounce it and recognize it. Here's another word, Sonoran. So turn to somebody at your table and just Sonoran. So Sonora is the state of Mexico to our south. Sonoran is the name of the desert where we live. Okay? Here's the official definition: the biogeographical region of the desert areas of the southwestern U.S. and central Mexico. It has the most diverse flora and fauna of any desert in the world. I could go on and on. I'm not supposed to give a lecture, so I'm going to keep going here. Sonoran, you really might not know this, although some of us do, is also a hot dog. And you might try to get one of these while you're here. So this is, you can read the definition: a hot dog wrapped in bacon, beans, onions, jalapenos. All right, word number 3. Saguaro. Saguaro. And this, I'm going to make you practice. Out-of-towners, saguaro. This is a giant cactus. You've seen them. Many people think they look like humans. This is a photo of a friend who is an artist and an educator who was dancing with the saguaros as part of a project. They also produce amazing fruit and food. All right, next word, Tohono O'odham. Okay, you're shy about that one. It's not easy. So, the Tohono O'odham Nation is bordering Tucson and the Mexico border. The Tohono O'odham people have been living in this region for time immemorial, and of course are straddling the U.S.-Mexico border in their region. And there are many other, of course, Arizona, Indian tribes, nations in the state of Arizona. I'm just choosing one here to, again, give us a sense of where we are and introduce us to some perhaps unfamiliar words, phrases, and pronunciations. All right, next, Roadrunner. I think you can all pronounce that one. So we have a lot of funny, pesky, and resilient animals and plants and people too in this area, for that matter. The Roadrunner reminds us, I think, that we all have images of maybe cartoon images of different places in the world, and those cartoon images maybe come from kind of funny real things, but there are the real thing there, and they are things to discover and learn about. So there really is a bird called the Roadrunner, and I just wanted to throw that in there. All right, here's the fifth word the bonus word you all know is border, and I won't make you pronounce that one. Of course, there's the definition. We live in a place that is embodied by border. It creates incredible strife, incredible challenges, complexities to where we live. But the 5 words in my list, I think, also show you that one thing those 5 words all have in common is they don't live by this wall that you see. They transcend that wall and have always, and they are of all this place. So I just bring you back to that second map. We are in a region. Welcome to that region. Welcome to Tucson. I want you to consider the place where you live, inviting my fellow Tucsonans, of course, to do the same thing I did, but for all of us, to consider the place where you live right now. And I want you to create your vocab list of 5 words. Take about 10 seconds, and you can share it with somebody as you do.
Yeah, this is the same, but That's the challenge. Last one, yeah. It's about the pronunciation.
Okay. Maybe jot down one that jumped out at you first, just to kind of take with you through the next few days as you're thinking about place and thinking about this place, but of course, thinking about the place where you are, your school, your home, your neighborhood. What's unique about your place? What's unique about your students' place? Is your place the same as your students' place? What words might your students come up with? Your colleagues? So just jot down maybe the first one that just really jumped out at you, so you have that to say with you over the next few days.